July 27th, the UK selected its next entrant for the Eurovision Song Contest. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. Here's the thing. I'm not sure if we selected the right song. And it's an issue because we selected a great singer, just I don't think the song is correct. If you've been living under a rock, you will not know that Lucy Jones of X Factor fame has become the 2017 representative for the United Kingdom. And I'm not sure how well she's gonna do. I think she'll do better than last year. To be fair, anyone could do better than Joe and Jake. Sorry if you're watching this, but I think there's no shadow of a doubt that she will do well. Her voice is angelic. My neighbours are yelling. Fantastic. Her voice is beautiful, it's very pure, it's very emotional, it's incredibly raw, and I love that. But her song doesn't go anywhere. Her song is plain, it's a bit dull. It's just a bit meh, to coin a phrase from 2009. On the evening there were 5 other acts up for choice. My favourite was a guy called Nate Simpson, song What Are We Made Of. It was very classically Eurovision. It was a similar style, it was a big power ballad, but whereas Lucy's song just kind of remains a bit flat, his built and it became anthemic. It wasn't necessarily the best thing, but of the choice we had, I thought it was our best shot. This year we had both a televote and a jury vote, and I think that really shaped the outcome of the evening. I think that's probably why Lucy won in the end, because she did have the best voice. Her song was actually written by Emily de Forest of Eurovision 2013 winning fame, so she had a lot of credibility going into it. She's also currently on stage in Rent. In terms of a representative, I think she's a good one. I just think the song, I don't know how else to put it, is bland. If we have good staging, then we'll be okay. If we do what we did in 2014 with Molly's amazing song, which FYI is the best UK Eurovision entry possibly ever, then we will be screwed. She A, came last and wasn't Lil Devo, and B, had the worst staging I think we've ever seen on, well, no. It's Eurovision. There's been worse staging than Molly's on Eurovision. Despite all my hesitations, I am really glad that the BBC are finally giving us the chance to pick our entrant. They finally got a bit of trust in us, and it's nice to see them pumping some money into making a big show of it. Although, as is always the case with BBC, there are some criticisms. I really, really wish they would do something Scandinavian style. In Scandinavia, they have huge X Factor-like talent contests. They go on for months before the Eurovision and eventually pick their winner. Måns Zelmerlöw, 2015 winner, is an example of one of those people. BBC have just launched a thing called Let It Shine, which is a talent show to find a West End star. But I can't help but think, why did they not make that to find a Eurovision star? Because also, rather ironically, it's hosted by Graham Norton, who does the commentary on BBC One, and Mel Gedroych, who does the commentary on BBC Four. So, did someone at the BBC just miss the perfect opportunity for us to win the contest? It just seems obvious when you look at the past few years of the people that have won and how they got to that stage versus how desperate the BBC are for a win, that we would do something similar. As is always the case with the BBC, it feels like they just run out of money every time the Eurovision comes around and they have to scramble stuff together at the last minute, which for our chances of winning means basically we just have to rely on Australia now to win the whole thing, because then probably they'll host it with us and the BBC will finally be happy and they'll finally get to host a show, as Petra said in 2013, that they can't afford. I said I would have some more succinct thoughts by the time I made this video on my Twitter feed. Sorry about that. I thought I knew what I was going to say. Turns out I'm just a babbling mess. Welcome to Mr. 32 Extra. If you're new here, hit subscribe. Let me know down below in the comments, what do you think of the UK's entry this year? Do you like it? Did one of the other contestants take your fancy instead? Are we going to get points? That's the big question. What side of the scoreboard are we going to be on? I'm hoping that Lucy is good enough to get us on the left, at the very least. But I said that about Molly, so I could be wrong. If you like this, leave it a thumbs up, hit subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. That is not my outro. K, thanks. K, bye. Good. If you are new here, I do apologise for my incompetence. I've been around since 2007, if you can believe such a thing. Me neither. So this is what 10 years does to you.